Because it's only been about 3 months since I debuted, what I think personally differentiates me from other Korean female artists would be probably the different types of genre of music that I've tried to show people in Korea and you guys as well. Because it's my first mini album, I wanted to try different types of genres to show different sides of G.NA. So like the name of my album, Georgie's First Breath, it's really the way that I want it to be, like just drawing out my first step into this path. So I think that's what differentiates me, the genres.
Do you want to tell everyone more about the album's songs inside, Georgie's First Breath?
Yeah, actually, any songs.
Yeah, any songs that.
Personally, I really, the song that I'm singing these days, well, I sing, was called Super Solo. That was actually a song that I made last year with one of the composers, Kim Dong 작곡가님, composer. He wrote the song and I just kind of sang the guide to it, like last year in English. And I don't know, I just have a lot of, it was my input with the lyrics and stuff. Like I wanted to be like a super solo, it's okay, I don't need a guy. So that song, I really want people to hear me out, but sadly enough, I'm not able to perform that anymore right now. So that's one of the songs I wanted to let you guys know more about. And also Loving You, there's a song called Loving You on the album. The lyrics are very sweet. This is something that I would like to say to my boyfriend one day, so that's another song that I want. All my songs are really good.
I thought you were trying to introduce one by one every one of the songs inside the album.
Oh no, actually it's a long story, but you guys know about 꺼져줄게 잘 살아, right? It's a real story about me, so something that happened to me with my past relationship. So that is something very, it's a little personal, but at the same time, it's something that I want to independent, singles or people to listen to and hopefully have faith, in moving on again. And number 2 would be 애인이 생기면 하고 싶은 일, called Something I Want to Do with a Lover, right? That's something, it's just a sweet song that's an easy listening song, so I'm sure you guys liked it, right?
Yeah, it's a very sweet one.
And number 3 was Loving You. Loving You was the sweet, it's kind of a song that you would want to sing to your boyfriend later, let him know how you feel about your emotions towards him, right? And number 3 was Super Solo, number 4 was Loving You, and number 5 is 소문났어요, Rumors. It's a soft ballad. I don't know, have you guys heard of Rumors? No one has.
Rumors? No one as famous as you.
No. It's a very sweet song, so hopefully you guys will be able to listen to the ballad. It's a nice song that you would want to sing to your girlfriends or something, because it's a sad song about a guy moving on, someone that you love moving on.
The Korean industry is populated with girl groups nowadays. So what was the reaction when coming to debut as a solo artist?
I was surprised, and yes, of course, pressure, just because me being able to move on in, being inside of a really heavy girl group industry right now. Pressure, of course, feeling towards myself, but I don't know, I think it's kind of different though, I was targeting a different market, I think, and for me to just be able to come out and maybe even survive through those girl groups and boy groups, I think that makes me feel a little better, because still people showed a lot of support to my title song, I'll Back Off So You Can Live. So I think in a way, it was different, but at the same time, it was really exciting and nerve-wracking, I felt good about it.
Since you are a solo artist, right, who do you see as your role model, the one that, inspire you and kind of maybe, who's inspired?
To look up to.
Yeah, look up to.
International or, doesn't matter, right?
Doesn't matter.
Well, for me, it's always been Tamia, she's a Canadian singer as well. I'm Canadian Korean, by the way. Yeah. Tamia and also Christina Aguilera. I've always looked up to them since I was little, like so. Always following them along and.
Debut, actually your figure as sex has also been a talking point with the media and the fans. So for yourself, do you view yourself as sex symbol?
Wow, actually, it's kind of funny because I never saw myself as like a sex symbol or a sexy person, but after I debuted, like a lot of people are starting to tell me, hey, this girl's kind of sexy. She kind of symbolizes the feminine side, but I don't know. Actually, because people say that I do kind of resemble
Yeah.
more of the sexy side, I guess I can see myself being like that as well. But I'm not trying to portray it all the time, but I think it's just my natural part of me. I don't know, part of me that's kind of shows that.
Do you feel uncomfortable when people say that, oh, she's like so sexy or something?
No, what girl doesn't feel good about being called sexy? I mean, you guys all feel, if I say, hey, you're sexy, it makes you feel good, right? As a girl, it's a very, very big compliment. But it doesn't mean that's all I want to show. I want to show more than just being, oh, yeah, I'm sexy. I want to be just like that. I want to be more than that. That's why I'm saying.
You have already collaborated with me. Is there any other singers that you want to work with in the future?
Oh, of course. But let's see. Yes, Rain was very, very. I think I started off really high though for me.
Yeah.
So, in the future, like international artists, like such as Neo or Rihanna, like people that I have always been watching but never been able to get the chance to really see, I would love to work with. So Neo, Rihanna,
What about
Justin Timberlake.
Christina Aguilera?
Christina Aguilera is like my #1 goal later on in the future. So
If you ever have a chance to work with her, what do you feel like?
I feel honored. I would cry. I would cry.
What do you think is the toughest thing that you need to let go and adapt to?
You mentioned about letting go and adapt to something. What is the toughest part?
It'd probably be the things that they tell you to do. Like the music industry is not all glitz and glam. You have to make sacrifices in order to where you want to get to. And I think that goes for any kind of job you do, right? But for me, it was probably just like the mindset, just because I was from Canada. I was born and raised there, and the cultural, I had a culture shock. Like I had this huge culture shock when I came to Korea because I thought I was Korean, but I came and I'm like, wow, there's so much I need to know more about Korea in order for Korean people to love me as who I am. And I completely understand and I completely respect that. So I started to learn more about my own country and take in more, studying. #1 was studying, learning the language, understanding. So for me, I think it was a cultural background.
What was the biggest culture shock that you encountered when you first came?
Per se, you know how in English we just say, if someone tells you something to do, we can just simply ask, hey, but why? Hey, can you tell me why we have to do this? But in Korean, it's called 말대꾸. It's like it's not a good thing. They tell you no. When an elder tells you something to do, you have to just say 네, okay, and you can't even say okay. I got in trouble for going like this. You have to go like this. So I didn't know. Like I knew, but it was my natural coming, like using my hands when I talk and stuff. So I think that's why. It was that kind of thing. Like in Korean, I'd be like always asking, but why? But why? And that 말대꾸, talking back, it was a very bad thing. So.
Are you gonna go more international or focus on your Korea market?
Actually, that's something that my company, for me, my dream is to go international. I really would love to come back to Singapore once more, 10 more times, 100 more times, and I would like to go. I haven't been to many places, so going international would be my #1 goal worldwide. But for me to get my name known out, like in Korea, I'm still new, so getting my name known in Korea would be, I guess, my goal for now. And hopefully, if I have a chance, I'll come back to Singapore, right? Please
Yes.
call me back.
We will always welcome you back to Singapore.
Thank you.